I'm John, a 40-year-old president of a subsidiary of a major trading company. My wife, Mary, works in the HR department of the same company, and we got married within the company. My company specializes in engineering, handling projects ordered by the parent company. Most of the group companies are in the sales department, so we're always busy, thanks to them. We put a lot of effort into recruitment, welcoming several new employees every year. Among them, one day, a new employee named Mike, who is the son of the parent company's president, joined us. Mike is super handsome and quite noticeable, and I had a bad feeling about it. Actually, Mary has quite a habit of cheating, and even after we got married, she has cheated a few times. Mary is beautiful and looks younger than her actual age, so she's popular in the company. I always warned her and strictly told her off every time she cheated, so I thought it would be okay. However, about 3 months after Mike joined, rumors started spreading that Mary and Mike were getting too close. I heard a rumor saying you are cheating with Mike, but that's not the case, right, Mary?
There's such a rumor. Isn't it just jealousy from the female employees? It's scary.
That's not the case, right? Right? Even when I asked Mary about the rumor, she somehow dodged the question. On the other hand, I heard that Mike was using his position as the son of the group company's president to act quite arrogantly both within the company and with clients. Complaints were starting to come in from employees and customers, so I couldn't just leave it as it was. At my company, we hold a few company-wide drinking parties each year to hear directly from employees and address their concerns. I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk to Mike. So, the company-wide drinking party was held. I went around to the tables where employees were sitting, listening to various opinions. When I got to the table where Mike was sitting, I found Mary sitting next to him. "Hey Mike, how's it going lately?"
Man, I'm on top of the world. You could say I'm the one holding this company together.
"Is that so? That's reassuring. You might just climb straight to the top and become president."
Being the president of a small company like this is a piece of cake. It's just a stepping stone for me. Wow, Mike, that's impressive.
Mike seemed pretty drunk. I was quite irritated inside, but I managed to hold it in and get to the point. "Well, it's great that you're doing so well, but you might need to be more considerate of those around you."
Considerate? Me? No way, that's not necessary. Mike is going to be a big shot in the future, so it's the employees and customers who need to be considerate of him, John. You understand me in the situation, Mary.
They were laughing and making inappropriate comments without a care. There have been complaints from both employees and customers about your arrogant attitude, Mike. If you don't become aware of this and change, you'll never become the president.
Persistent, aren't you? Who cares about such trivial things? It's because you're so hung up on these small matters that you're stuck as the president of a small subsidiary.
With that, Mike poured beer all over me.
What are you doing? That's hilarious.
The room fell silent for a moment. But Mike and Mary just looked at each other and burst out laughing. The company executives rushed over to me, looking concerned, but they were probably thinking about the face of the group company's president. No one dared to reprimand Mike.
Hey, what's with those looks? If you've got something to say it.
Mike continued to provoke me with a smirk.
Come on, you're the president. If you don't say something back, you won't set an example. You can't say anything, can you, you coward? Oh, let me tell you something.
Mike started talking while holding Mary.
Mary is mine now, just so you know. Hey, what are you saying in front of everyone? Stop it. It's embarrassing.
Mary laughed as she said that, but the other employees were taken aback. Still, Mary and Mike were laughing together.
So, what's with that defiant look? Do you think you can treat me like this? It seems you don't understand your position, so let me make it clear.
The next moment, Mike punched me, and I was sent flying backward. My mouth was cut, and I felt like I had broken a tooth.
Listen, my dad is the president of the parent company. If you fire me, you're done for. Don't ever take a defiant attitude toward me again. Wow, that's so cool. A man needs to be powerful and strong. John is just the president of a small subsidiary, weak and always getting beaten up. It's really pathetic.
Even I couldn't stay silent after being treated like this. Your dad is the president of O company, right? That's correct, isn't it?
What's with the sudden question? Yeah, it's O company. So what?
O company is a crucial company that accounts for more than half of the group's sales. The president's son of such an important company has treated me like this, pouring beer on me and beating me up. I spoke slowly in a low, menacing voice.
So what?
You should be aware of your position. I'm going to report everything that happened today to my brother. The room buzzed slightly at my words. Mary, who was next to Mike, lost her smile and seemed a bit uneasy.
Isn't that going too far?
I ignored this comment and glared at Mike.
What's your brother going to do? Crying to your brother is pathetic. As you said, my dad is the top of the most important company in the group. Crying to your brother, who knows where he's from, won't do any good. Mike, maybe you should stop now. What? It's fine. Don't worry.
Mike, being a first-year new employee, didn't know, but my brother is the head of the supplier that provides more than half of our group's products. Even for the large company where Mike's dad is president, it's the biggest client. If the president's son of such an important client did this to the president's brother, my brother wouldn't stay silent. The employees who knew the situation might be imagining the worst-case scenario if this got out. If you're going to apologize, now's the time. Though even if you apologize, my brother might not forgive you.
Ha, who would apologize to you?
Fine, don't apologize. You'll regret it. My brother will crush you.
Do it if you can.
The party ended on a sour note. I reported everything to my brother right after the party. The next day, Mike and his dad were summoned to my brother's company. My brother instructed me to go to the hospital and get a medical certificate. He was clearly in battle mode. The day after the party, Mike and his dad were sitting in front of the conference room, waiting to be called in.
Why do I have to be called in too?
Mary grumbled as she sat next to Mike.
I'm busy, what's this about? Did you say something to your brother, John?
Yes. I reported Mike's behavior and words at the party yesterday.
Behavior and words at the party yesterday. What's this about?
Mike's father seemed unaware of what had happened the previous day.
Mike, did something happen yesterday?
Mike's father asked, but Mike answered with a genuinely annoyed expression.
It's nothing serious. They're just making a fuss, and it's a bother to me too.
John, tell me, what's going on here?
Yesterday, Mike poured beer on my face and then punched me. At my words, Mike's father looked shocked and distrustful. Despite being appalled that Mike's father didn't even reprimand his son for calling me, this guy, I explained the insulting behavior I endured from Mike yesterday.
Is that true? Maybe you were so drunk that your memory is messed up.
Yeah, you were pretty wasted last night.
Do you have any proof?
Look at my face. This is what happened after Mike punched me. I pointed to my face, which I had treated at the hospital before coming here.
Maybe you just fell down some stairs or something. I can't deal with a drunk's lies.
Mike, it's a shame you have to work at a company with a guy like this as president.
The three of them laughed loudly, not caring that other visitors were around.
It's quite lively here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Please come in.
My brother appeared, and we entered the conference room.
I apologize for calling you here on such short notice.
My brother began explaining why he had called us today, with a serious expression and polite tone.
I heard that John was assaulted by Mike at the company party yesterday. If it's about that, it seems John misunderstood.
Mike's father started making excuses, not even waiting for my brother to finish speaking.
He took my son's comments as insults, and after getting drunk and falling down some stairs, he claimed my son hit him. It's completely his delusion, and it's a real nuisance for us.
Mike's father exaggeratedly gestured as he spoke rapidly.
Really, I can't deal with this anymore. This guy is just too much.
This guy? Who are you referring to as this guy?
My brother glared at Mike with a low voice, and Mike hastily corrected himself.
Mike, I don't like being lied to. Just to confirm, you didn't insult or assault John yesterday, right? Of course not. My son would never do such a thing. Right, Mike?
Of course. I didn't do it. It's just the president's false accusation.
My brother sighed deeply and turned to me.
If you have any evidence to prove what you told me yesterday, show it.
Yeah, show us the proof.
All right. I have evidence.
What?
I took out my laptop and played a video file. The video showed the events of the party yesterday. After Mike poured beer on me, some employees who were nearby had recorded the incident. Do you remember what I said earlier? Both Mike and his father looked down, and Mary turned pale and fidgety.
Mike, explain why you punched John.
Well, that's...
Wait a minute. There must be a reason why my son did this.
Seeing Mike clamming up, his father intervened.
Oh, a reason. It must be something significant if it led to a punch. John seems to have issues with his management as president. This happened because he can't properly manage his subordinates. I don't tolerate any backtalk from my subordinates. My management is strict.
My brother listened calmly and let Mike's father continue.
I see, a management issue. So, what would you do if the same thing happened to you? If someone poured beer on me, I'd fire them on the spot.
That's right, Dad. This is all because of the president's poor management. He needs to be as strict as you.
I see. Then I'll follow your example and address this management issue. What? Mike, I've determined that you're not fit to be an employee of our group company. You're fired immediately. Also, I'll formally report this to the parent company.
What?
Mike and his father looked shocked. Furthermore, we will take legal action regarding this assault. The assault on my brother should not be tolerated. We have a medical certificate and video evidence. We will submit everything to the parent company and legal authorities.
That's going too far.
Mary suddenly spoke up after being silent until now.
Mike meant well.
Mary, are you condoning Mike's behavior despite your husband being insulted and assaulted?
My brother glared sharply at Mary. She was clearly frightened.
Mary, you were insulting John along with Mike at the party yesterday. What exactly is your relationship with Mike? From the video, it seems very intimate.
Mary blushed and looked down at my brother's words.
If you don't want to say, that's fine. As John's brother, I will thoroughly investigate, so be prepared.
Mary couldn't say anything back to my brother's harsh words. The room was heavy with tension.
That's all I wanted to convey today. Please leave. We will file a complaint against Mike later. Wait. If you do that, it will have a huge impact on the company. We will purchase twice the number of your products as before, so please forgive us for my sake. I refuse. Why? This is a very good deal for your company. I have already notified the parent company of the termination of our dealings.
I was also surprised by my brother's statement, as it was the first time I heard it.
You don't have to go that far just because your brother was hit. Do you think it's acceptable to mix business with personal matters? I don't do business with companies run by dishonest people like you. That's the only reason for the termination. But if you stop the dealings, your company will lose its business. It's not good for your dear brother to lose his job and be out on the streets.
My brother calmly replied.
You don't need to worry about that. I don't mix personal feelings with business. And you should think carefully about who will be out on the streets. What are you talking about? I have already reported yesterday's incident to the top of your group company. John, please submit this video file later as evidence.
Understood.
Well, we have no more business with you. Please leave.
Mike, his father, and Mary stood up shakily and left the room with their shoulders slumped. Mike's father was demoted to a regular employee for the responsibility of the largest supplier's withdrawal from our group, but his pride didn't allow it, and he eventually resigned. Later, rumors said that Mike's father couldn't find a new job due to his pride, and his wife left him, leading to a late-life divorce. Mike was fired for his numerous insulting remarks, which the company took seriously. The police accepted the complaint I filed, and the trial will start soon. Mary was transferred to the logistics center of the group company due to her affair with Mike, but she resigned voluntarily because of the cold stares from other employees. My brother hired a detective agency to investigate, and it was found that they had a physical relationship. Mary cried and begged me not to divorce her, but I ignored her completely. Due to the divorce scandal, Mary was also cut off from her family and started working at night to cover her living expenses and alimony. Most of my company's employees, including myself, transferred to my brother's company. My company was a group of engineers specializing in handling my brother's company's products, so we were valuable assets to my brother's company. I became an executive at my brother's company, and other employees' salaries doubled. It was a happy outcome for both my brother and all the former employees of my company.